I am the universe expressing itself as Shara, the goddess. That's right. I'm the universe, y'all, expressing itself as me. But don't get it twisted, chosen one. You are the universe as well, expressing itself as you. You must know this. So, y'all, today I'm going to be talking about karmic loops and how we, when I say we, I'm talking about us, black women and men, boys and girls, how we are an expression of that divine dark matter, that neuromelanin, the cosmos. We are an expression of that. And we are different individuals. Y'all, the universe is magical. You must know this. So when I say I am the universe expressing itself as Shara the goddess, that's exactly what I mean. See, you have to understand that the universe is magical. And it wanted to have an experience, a physical experience of this reality. Because it's overall just vibration, energy, data. It's information. But that information wanted to experience a physical reality. And don't get it twisted, that information is very beyond intelligent. It's the infinite intelligence. And it was so infinite and so intelligent that it decided that it wanted to have a physical experience as this magical melanin, which you see in front of you and what you see when you look at yourself, black woman and man. You must know this. So I ain't gonna get too deep into that. I want to talk about the karmic loops that we experience or we have experienced in this lifetime and last lifetime. And previous one, y'all have to understand that we have always existed. We can't do nothing but exist. And the reason this is because we are the universe. So when I say we have always existed, I'm talking about that magical divine substance of what we truly are, that DNA that I'm always talking about in previous videos, that is a part of us. And we are the characters, shall I say. We are the physical embodiment of that infinite intelligence. So what I want to say is, okay, so we are living in this reality, in this realm, in this 3D realm. But y'all know I always talk about how there are different dimensions, different realities, different timelines. It's parallel reality. It's so much that you weren't taught. And honestly, you can't be taught you can't research this stuff. This is something that is only inside of the magical melanated woman and man, boy and girl. It's only for us to know. So to try to go and research certain things you can look up and research, but certain things you just know. So, okay, so like I said, we are existing in this dimension, but we have always existed. Meaning that before we got here in this 3D realm, we were somewhere else. And before that, we were somewhere else and somewhere else. And see, we can't do nothing but exist. And the universe always wants to express itself in the way that it wants to express itself. So we're going to always be in some type of matrix, meaning some type of physical reality. You must know this. So it's almost like we're always going to be having some type of lucid dream. It's always a dream. It's a dream that seems very, very real. That's the whole point of us living it. We wouldn't want to experience it if we weren't going to, feel as if it's really, really real. But the thing is, we come into this reality knowing that when we first get here, but then we forget that. Whether we did it to ourselves, meaning we erased our memory so we could have a full-on experience, or whether we got caught up in some type of chaos, madness, distractions. We already know about these invaders, but even they are just a part of the lucid dream. They're really not real. It's more like they are the nightmare of our dream. And all you got to do when you think about when you're having a nightmare. Once you wake up from that nightmare, you realize like, oh, snap, I was just dreaming. That's how it is when we wake up to who we truly are, or when we get back to where we originally came from. We're going to realize that, wow, that was just a dream. Yeah, y'all, this rabbit hole goes very, very deep. But anyway, what I want to say is we came into this reality knowing everything. You got to think about it. I just told you that we the universe. So we already, all of the information, the divine insight is already within us. But I'm assuming, because like I always say, our memories are just now starting to come back. The DNA is starting to unravel. So my perception on what I'm about to say is this is how I'm getting the information, how my DNA is unlocking, and the information that I'm just internally knowing is that we come into this reality, sleep, meaning that we forget that we are the most infinite and that we know everything, that we are what you want to call God. We forget that so we can have a regular life. We want to have fun. We don't think about it like you're God. So it's like you are the beginning, the end, the alpha, the omega, the whole totality. So you want to experience sometimes different realities, not being all of that all of the time. Now, don't get it twisted. It is certain matrices and realities where you experience that, when you know that you are the divine, that super force all of the time. But in this 3D reality that we came into, we've forgotten that for whatever reasons. I just gave y'all a reason why I think, so we can experience it in a playful way, not just being, all of that divine. Or you don't want to know that all the time. I don't know why I don't know, y'all. This is just my personal knowingness. You can agree or you can disagree. It's up to you. I'm just telling y'all what I think or what I know. So you come here to just live your life, to have a great time, have a family, have friends, this and that, to rock out. And then somehow you forgot that all of this was an illusion. This was a holographic experience, that it was actual. Some of these people are just an illusion of your projection. Meaning, let me just say this. Now, on another video, I talked about nature, how nature itself is a program. Because you got to think about it. We are a part of nature. But just think about if you were a computer designer. Now, in this particular computer, you want to have things like, in this particular game or computer or setup that you're creating, you want to create a nature program. So you're going to have things like trees, the water, the grass, the ground, the dirt. It's all real, but it's still just a program. I hope y'all follow me. So you come into this reality knowing that from the beginning, but once you get into the reality, you forget that you created the reality. We created the nature program, the trees, the grass. This is why we are part of it, because nature, as well as us, we are all one. But we came into this computer simulation. We created the nature program. We created so many things. We created the sun, the vitamin D, the source. All of that is a program. Even though it's a natural program because it's a part of us, it's still a program. So anyway, we came into this reality to forget that we created all this stuff. This is why if you was to tell the average black person that they're a God, they wouldn't believe you. This is because their DNA hasn't unlocked yet. They can't remember that they are nature itself and they created that program. They don't even know that they're in a simulation. So they would not believe you if you say, oh, you're God, you created this, you created that. They're going to look at you like you crazy. But once they realize that they're in a simulation and how they're connected to the simulation and how their soul is eternal and how everything goes from what you see is not really physical, then once you break it down and explain it to them, then they will believe you or get on the right frequency and understand what you're talking about. But like I always say, just saying this type of stuff to the average person, they not gonna even comprehend what you're saying, because those are the guys that came into this life not to awaken. And then also, honestly, this is real what I'm about to say, y'all. A lot of these people are NPCs. Black woman, black man, goddesses and God, chosen one. You got to remember that you came into this reality knowing that you were going to be in an illusion. Some of these people are just holographic projections of your mind. Woo! I just said something deep, y'all. I said some of these people are holographic projections of your mind. And what I mean by that is that this is how powerful and magical the mind is. It's just like this. Let me tell y'all this. Think about when you go to sleep at night and you have a dream. Now, when you dream, you see all type of people in your dream. Now, you got to think about it. How did those people get there? Because you are sleeping. But see, your mind is projecting. That's how powerful the mind is. So you got to remember, the mind is not the brain. The brain is a part of this physical reality as well. The brain itself is also holographic. But I'm talking about the mind. The soul. The soul can project. You must know this. The soul can project. The black melanated soul is projecting certain things in this reality. This is why I always talk about we have to be careful of what we are entertaining, because a lot of this stuff, we're projecting it. We can't do nothing but project and create, because that's how magical the soul is. So, like I said, a lot of this stuff, this is why people they talk about, oh, it's only a certain amount of people really here. Everybody else is just an NPC or some type of illusion or something. So, getting back to what I was saying was that we are in a holographic reality, basically, y'all. And a lot of times, well, what I'm saying, let me get back on track. We came into this reality knowing that we were the infinite, but our memory got erased for whatever reason. Maybe our doing or something else is doing. I don't have that much information right now to tell you exactly. But somehow we got attached to the actual illusion. So that attachment and that fear, we forgot that we were playing a game. We forgot that we were living in a simulated reality. So when we was about to leave last life, before we left our bodies, we didn't want to remember that we were the actual universe. We didn't want to remember that. We got attached to the illusion, when I say illusion, I'm talking about the friends, the family, the world, forgetting that a lot of this stuff wasn't real. Now, I'm not saying the people in your life aren't real, but I'm just saying certain people are NPCs, and it's just what it is, y'all. You don't have to believe me. I'm not telling you what to believe. This is just what I feel. And from my internal knowingness, I have made previous videos about how it's NPCs walking around out here. Scroll all the way back on my channel, on this channel, and you can look it up for yourself. I think I titled some videos NPCs or something like that. I don't know. But just scroll down, check it out. But there's a lot of NPCs walking around, meaning non-player characters, meaning they are just an illusion. Now, you don't get it twisted. Just because somebody's an NPC doesn't mean that they are like a bad person. No, we have good NPCs. Nice people. The only thing is that they just an illusion, but they are there for our experience. So anyway, like I was saying, maybe last life, I'm going to use me for an example. I'm going to use me. Maybe in my last life, let's just say I got attached to my last life. And I didn't want to remember that I was the actual universe. I didn't want to I don't want to say let go, but I didn't want to feel as if I was living in a fake reality. I wanted to feel as, oh no, this is a real world. Like, I didn't want to believe that I was living in a fake world. So by default, I attach fear to me. Now, if I'm the universe, I'm God, I shouldn't have no fear. I shouldn't even have no attachments because I overstand that you are a part of me. Everything that is a part of nature, a part of the earth, is ultimately an expression of me because I'm the universe. See, but when I get attached to, this is real, or I'm shocked, like, y'all have to know that this is be just an expression. I am sure about the God is an expression of the universe. You gotta understand your body. Understand your body is a reflection of your mind, of your soul. So your soul is eternal. Your soul, that's why people talk about like your higher self. It's you, but it's just the you that knows everything. So now we have come into a reality where we're in our lower self, which is also you, but in your lower self, you don't know everything. You're not tapped into that great divine because of the memory that is gone. I mean, that is not yet activated. So we've been living in our lower self. We've been believing that we aren't the divine because we've been walking around out here like, oh, I'm just living my life. Oh, I'm just me. All of that stuff. So what I want to say is, so by default, when you come into a life, we're not knowing by the time of your end of your life, if you don't know that you're the actual universe and you've been living in an illusion, if you're not ready to, accept that, then I believe that you get looped back around. This is for those people who, y'all know those people I talk about, those people that don't want to wake up or not waking up this lifetime. I feel like they will be looped back around because they are not willing to accept that they are the actual universe. They still are caught up in this 3D, just believing that they just a regular person. They want to believe in all of these religions. They don't want to accept the fact that they are the Most High. And that's their own. I don't have nothing to do with that. I don't know why they did that, but that part of me, because it's still me, because like I said, us melanated people, we are the universe. That persona, did that for whatever reason. I'm only a fragment of that light, the universal light. We are all like different fragments. So this is why we all have different perspectives and opinions, because it's like, I'm this perspective. You're that perspective. However you may feel about whatever. So anyway, I feel like we got caught up in time loops. And until I fully awaken, like I know for a fact that this life, I'm remembering exactly who I am. Because this is where deja vu comes in. This is why people experience deja vu. People feel like, oh, I did this before. Or that happened already. That's because it probably have. You have probably lived this life several times. This isn't your first time here. You have experienced this life as many times as you have experienced it. But the thing is, every time you come back, your memory gets so erased. And every now and then you have those things like a deja vu. You remember like, oh yeah, I did this before. And that's just what I personally believe, y'all. Like I said, you don't have to believe me. I hope I ain't like go all over the place. I hope y'all was following what I was saying. But anyway, so I feel that we got caught up in time loops. Now, let me give y'all this is also how I feel. That's just one way. My other belief is that, like I always say, we are ancestors. Us melanated queens and kings are ancestors. So a lot of us have came to this life to awaken some of the other gods for whatever reason. And that's just what I feel. So let's just say if I came into this life knowing everything, but coming into this life, your memory has to get erased. But it's getting erased for this moment, this Aquarius age now, where now I can remember, oh snap, I am the universe. I'm not just this regular person who I've been programmed to be. And the awakening was for me as well to remember that so I can share this message with you or other chosen ones who have been, let's just say, a little confused. Because you have to remember, when we're playing this game, when we're living this simulation, living this life, you may have known, let me tell y'all this. This is how real it is. Everything that I'm saying now, you may have heard last life, but you was in a state of confusion where it was like you was hearing the message from wherever, maybe it was somebody else, another chosen one, last life, but you just didn't really fully understand it, overstand it. The DNA wasn't becoming unlocked due to, these invaders that were there last lifetime, probably. Matter of fact, not probably, they was, because it was still 3D. So you got tricked. A lot of us are constantly getting tricked each life. So we have to keep coming back around each life and experience the same life until we finally get it. Until we finally get it. Until we finally let go. And not be caught up into to feel like we're losing something, or fear, or whatever the case is. Because we're going to overstand that, hold on, I'm the universe. I created this. I created nature. I created these people. I created myself. You must know this, chosen one. You created this reality. You created me, chosen one. I created you. You created your family, and your family created you. See, y'all have to, I don't want to go too. It's so much, y'all. It's so, I'm gonna make different videos. Like I ain't been really giving y'all that juice like I want to give it to you. But just know videos like this is more videos like this is gonna be coming. But you are an expression of me, and I am an expression of you, and we are the universe. And that's what it is. Let's just say if this is the universe, y'all see this part of my hand, right? So this part of my hand, let's call this the universe. The universe wanted to be Shara the goddess. Let's just say this me. Then he go, you over there. The universe wanted to be you. And then so on, like the other chosen. I'm telling y'all, it's one entity expressing itself as different characters. And these characters come into these lives forgetting that they are this. This is where that whole separatism thing comes in at. We aren't separate. We feel that we're separate because we're living different lives and stuff. But when we wake up, we're going to remember that, hold on, I'm no different than you. You're no different than me, because we are this. We just having different experiences as different people. Anyway, let me get out of here, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I really do. Like I said, I ain't want to get too deep. And I hope I ain't take y'all. I hope y'all were comprehending what I was saying. I know y'all was, because that's just what I know. And if you didn't, I'm gonna start breaking stuff down a little bit more, like as I make more videos and stuff like that. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to say that we are the universe expressing itself as different people. And we come into these simulated realities knowing this in the beginning, but then when we get here, we get tricked for whatever reason, and we get caught up in karmic loops. Karmic loops. And it's like, until we learn the lesson, which the lesson is, know that you are God, know that you are the creator, know that you are magical, and all you got to do is tap back on with those energies and those frequencies that are here. The DNA is unlocking. Once you remember this, then you can start just manifesting quickly. This is when Atlantis will be back. This is when our reality will be back how it's supposed to be. Because we will be back in tune with knowing that we are the divine. That's when life will begin to change. And like I said, we're going to remember that we're in a holographic reality and the mind is projecting. The mind is projecting a lot of this stuff. Your mind, that's how powerful, like I told y'all about the dream. When you go to sleep, you see all type of stuff. You're doing that. Your mind is creating that. So this is how you know that, damn, you don't know who's who for real. But it's cool. It's still cool because it's like your mind is creating that. So if your mind can create that here in this 3D, when you get to where you're going, whether it's 5D or when we elevate from 5D, your mind can still project and create greatness. This is why it's important not to buy into, when I say buy into, believe a lot of this BS that's happening. Whether it's when you see things not going the way that you wanted in your life, this is why it's important not to attach yourself to that. Because by doing that, you're attaching, you're creating more of that. So create another narrative. This is why it's important to, when people in your life are acting out, create another story. Don't buy their story. Somebody getting on your nerves, start saying things like, oh, this person is treating me highly. Don't buy the fake reality of them being a bad person. Create another version of them. So by default, you're going to attract another version of them. Y'all, this rabbit hole goes deep. It's that deep. It's that deep. Always tell a good story of the people that you know in your life. Tell another story. But you have to be consistent with that story and believe that story. And if that person was meant to be in your life, that version of them will show up in your life. And if they wasn't meant to be in your circle, then by default, you're going to gradually break away from them because they won't be on your frequency. So tell positive stories of the people in your life. Let me get out of here, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I enjoyed this. I really, really did. But yeah, y'all, make sure y'all scroll down, check out more videos. Make sure y'all share this video. Make sure y'all tune in daily when I upload. And I really appreciate you for taking time listening. Because, like I said, we all we got, Black women and men. This is us. This is our stuff. This is our reality. This is our simulation. I always say that. But we got to remember that we are God expressing itself as me and as you. And we in a simulated reality. And according to these matriotic laws and these universal laws, we can have certain things as long as we playing by the rules. And the rules is fun rules. Be lit. Be happy. Feel good on purpose. Anyway, let me get out of here, y'all. Take care of yourself. Till the next time, it's your girl, Shabbat the Goddess. I'm out. Peace.